It's the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Ariaga.
And today we have so much to talk about. All in Texas and WWE's Evolution 2. And I'm pretty exhausted from watching wrestling all weekend, but at least all the shows that I saw, well, for the most part, have been pretty great. So let's dive into AEW. The show is 5 hours long, so we're not gonna get into every little trinket of this show. To start, the one thing I didn't notice, the last second half of the show, oh my God, like at least the shortest match was like probably 25 minutes.
Does AEW hate one-on-one matches? I feel like 90% of this show was just like multi-man matches.
I don't have a problem with that. It wasn't like WrestleMania 16 level. Like you want to talk about multi-man matches. I pretty much every match was. Like even the best match on the show, it was a tag team ladder match and the triple threat intercontinental European title match between Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. Those two were the best matches on the show, and they were multi-man. And I think with this show, especially with AEW All In, WWE has the same problem, but they do a lot more one-on-one matches. Both shows, even all wrestling companies now, there is their rosters are stacked. They have so many people, right? And it's really just a way to get a lot of people on the show. That's it. You can discuss whether, you like that or not, or whether, have more singles matches or whatever. To me, it doesn't make too much of a difference as long as the product is good, you're telling a decent story, and it's not too convoluted. I don't think it was like that at all. I just think some of the multi-man matches with a lot of people in it made sense, but I see what you're saying, but I think it's easier and it's simpler to get people into, especially someone who doesn't watch a lot, to get people into a story and to make people care about certain people if you have a lot more singles matches.
Yeah, because like these multi-man matches felt like longer than some one-on-one matches. It just felt like they wouldn't end. And like honestly, they blurred together for me. Like I think there was one that was there was definitely a six-man tag, right? I don't I just remember seeing a bunch of like for 2 hours there was just a bunch of people in the ring. They all
Yeah,
had their own costumes.
yeah.
I don't
There was a trios titles match, right? The tag team match was multi-person. I would argue that like okay, the Tony Storm Mercedes one-on-one, Moxley and Moxley and Hangman one-on-one. Those matches needed to be one-on-one, and they were.
Yeah, exactly. They're world title. They're like world title matches.
Right,
They had to be.
exactly. Right? Like the tag team title match, um to me, honestly, if like it's the same thing, was it on Raw? Uh was it Raw or Evolution? Evolution. The four-way women's tag match and the three-way tag team title match at All In. Honestly, I think those matches could have been ladder matches.
They could have
If
been
you want
ladder
to
match.
have a
I
lot
will.
of, multi-person matches. But again, I'm not bothered by it really.
What about elimination or something like that? Just like
No, that would take too long. You want to talk about matches I'll never end? That would take too long. As much as I loved Bare Legal, ECW, the main event was elimination. And I love that match. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But the elimination stipulation definitely like, okay, this show's going on like close to 4 hours now, 3.5 ish. I don't love the elimination stipulation. Even though there's a lot of four-way matches in ECW that I really like, but I will say, like, if they were cut 10, 15 minutes shorter, they would probably have been much better. And if they weren't elimination, I don't know. That's
I
just
mean
my thing.
it worked for the gauntlet match, right? There was a gauntlet match during All In, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
there's two of them. The two
Yeah.
casino gauntlet matches. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess it made sense for that because it's a gauntlet and it's like, they don't have that every week, right? And like they usually do that during pay-per-views, which is fine. But it's just like the miscellaneous multi-person tag matches is just too much for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like we've seen so many AEW shows, and I've just seen so much of them. You know,
Yeah.
it just screams bathroom break. This is where you go to the bathroom. Like, you know, especially where we're at a live show.
What makes a match a bathroom break is like if we give a shit about the people in the match, like the TNT title match. I understand why they had to do that because Adam Cole got hurt and it was like at the, the 11th hour decision. But that was the bathroom break match. It
Yeah,
was.
sadly, like as soon as Adam Cole was done talking, because everyone was like paying attention to that. Obviously, that was like more important than honestly. I think I was saying this like that like after hearing Adam Cole talk, I didn't feel like watching a match for like a good like 20 minutes. I was like, Jesus, I had to like sit there. I'm like, damn.
And I mean, I felt bad for him, but it's like, wrestling injuries are part of wrestling,
No,
right?
yeah,
So, but the problem is like Adam Cole is young and he's been injured a lot.
yeah,
And it's like,
exactly.
again, we're at the same story over and over again. But I will say, like, okay, so the one instance where I thought that, okay, like the triple threat tag match, as much as I did like that match, um, we didn't need to see Speedball and what's his name? With the Jet Speed, that team,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
didn't need to be in that
gee.
match. I think Tony Khan put him in there just to get Speedball on the card because Speedball's been, he's been getting over a lot and he's athletically entertaining and all that stuff. But especially the story that they told, which we'll talk about a little bit later, the story that they told um really just needed the hurt business and the patriarchy, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
that's the only thing. In fact, with Edge is back, right?
yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to Athena. She won the women's casino gauntlet. What do you think about that? Now she's gonna challenge Tony Storm for the women's title.
Honestly, if that means consolidating both titles, then I'm for it. Because I keep saying either do that, either unify some of these titles, unify some of the redundant titles, or just have a belt burning. Like the next battle of the belts should be a burning of the belts, where everybody lines up one by one with their belt and justifies why they should have one, why this belt should exist. Like, come on, that would be entertaining. Like, come on.
Oh yeah,
You imagine like the show starts off, everyone's in a line, everyone's forming a line, and there's like
yeah.
at the center there's like a trash can that's on fire,
And it
and
would be
then like
cool if you had Medusa or Alundra Blaze. If she didn't have any connection or relationship with WWE, you get her involved. And
yeah, it's a
whatever belts you're
host.
gonna, yeah, whenever you're
Yeah,
burning the belts, you can have her with her trash can and just dump whatever belts you're gonna retire in there.
I guarantee you, most of them would just be like, "What belt are you holding right now?" Okay, you can't answer. Burn
Yeah.
it. Next. I
Next.
mean, I'm just saying, man. But like realistically, yeah, like if Athena wants to like challenge Tony Storm or the TBS champion, what if they like, yo, like this is kind of crazy. Maybe okay, maybe just the ROH and the AEW World Title for the women's titles, unify them just so we can have like I don't know something like that. I wouldn't mind seeing things like that. So like just so there's less belts. You know what I mean? There's just so many. I feel like every other person just has a belt. You know?
What I would do is okay, Tony and Athena, they have their match, right? Tony wins. Then, because I'm sure they're gonna want to run this back, Athena and Mercedes, right? Because
Yes, yes.
the TBS title we don't really need.
No.
Or you can just merge the Ring of Honor women's title, because that's a fairly new belt, right? And TBS title fairly new. I would merge that together to make it just the TBS title or whatever. If you're gonna call it the Ring of Honor women's title or the TBS title, fine. But again, both major wrestling promotions are suffering from belt fatigue now, but I think it's more
Yeah.
apparent in AEW because they have a whole entire separate brand in Ring of Honor. They
Gee.
have a whole promotion under their belt.
No, actually,
Separate
I like.
promotion, yeah.
Yeah, I like your idea of just like kind of like dissolving the TBS title and just having the ROH women's title as a secondary women's belt.
Or either one. You want to call
I
the
mean,
TBS women's title? Sure, because both
yeah,
are not
yeah,
that, like the Ring of Honor, like the men's Ring of Honor title or like the Pure title, for example, they've been around 20 years, 20 plus years. So like those have lineages to them. But the Ring of Honor women's title and the TBS title both, they haven't been around too long. So, you know, But the thing is, like, if Tony Khan is continuing to shop around Ring of Honor to get on TV, um, I guess he wants to keep the Ring of Honor titles intact until then. But if not, if nothing happens with that, um, then just dissolve some of these belts. Like the six-man Ring of Honor belt and the trios belt, you don't need two belts
Yo,
for
get
that.
rid of all of this trios titles. All of them. Get rid of any tree. If it's more than two, you don't need
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Honestly. And like crazy idea number two. Like, what if Ring of Honor just took Collision's spot as AEW secondary show?
yeah. That's
Like,
fine.
I mean, I don't know. Look, I don't know anything about television production, but that just seems like a layup to me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because when you think about a collision, right, versus because Ring of Honor, at least the last few shows that they've had, have been getting a good amount of attention. And like recently, I still haven't seen this match, but apparently Takesha and Bandito stole the show. Athena's been having a good match on Ring of Honor TV, but like I feel like a lot of buzz is coming out of Ring of Honor now as compared to Collision. So yeah, why not? Why not? Because like you're like in your PR press releases, it reads AEW slash Ring of Honor. So you have Dynamite as the Ring of Honor as the excuse me AEW brand, and the Saturday show is Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Honestly, I mean, yeah, just have two AEW shows, just Dynamite and Ring of Honor, AEW
Yeah,
Ring of Honor,
why not?
Friday Night
It,
Ring
it
of Honor. I don't
you
know.
instantly have a difference between the two shows,
Yeah, yes,
right?
yes.
Right?
Instead of we're just looking at when there was Collision, it just feels like Dynamite, but like smaller.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
in the beginning, it was great, but yeah, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
The first few, like the first month of Collision was awesome.
it was awesome. The
Yeah.
first few months,
Ah.
right, like leading up to the first All In, June 17th, 2023 to like August 2023. Man, that's some
Yeah, some
great
good
wrestling
wrestling,
television,
some good
some
stuff,
great TV.
and then they fucked it up.
Yep. All right.
Uh,
The men's casino gauntlet. MJF wins. What do you think about MJF as the number one contender?
yeah, he's gonna. If he starts screaming about Hangman again, because the last time he cut a promo on Hangman was like one of the funniest things ever. I think I told you about this. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. I just remember like the last time they wrestled in their video package. I remember MJF. He was screaming what I thought he was screaming, "Amen, Amen," again and again, but he was saying Hangman. But
Oh,
like, I would like to see them wrestle again. So, and if it's probably gonna be for the world title. Speaking of which, we actually saw the world title again.
yeah.
It still looks cool.
I at Max being number one contender makes perfect sense because over the last few months he's been chasing his Triple B again. And Hangman beat him at Double or Nothing. So Hangman winning in that moment made sense because he was challenging for the AEW title. Now that he won the title, now Max can wrestle Hangman again and hopefully get his Triple B again.
And yeah,
So
back into the Hurt business. He can bring the title into the Hurt Signature.
exactly, like
Yeah.
in storyline, MVP is not going to just bring in any loser, especially a white loser, into his Hurt business, right? So if MJF is going to be the token white man in the Hurt business, he's got to be a winner, in my opinion.
you see, MVP respects diversity. Even he respects diversity.
Yeah, and him and Max go back. They have
Yeah,
a relationship, so why not?
I do love MJF wearing MVP's clothes. During he's wearing his onesie.
Oh, he
It says
was?
MJF. Yeah, yeah. I think when he joined the Hurt Syndicate and started wrestling with them, he was wearing MVP's onesie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay. Adam Copeland. He's back. Now, it looks like they're doing a slow burn to bring him and Christian back together because he prevented the concerto on Christian. Um, I don't know. Do you think they should just really bring these guys together like right away, or do you want to hold off? Because I know they're doing All Out in September 20th in Toronto. So I think they're probably
Oh,
gonna have like hopefully Hopefully they bring them together by then.
So Nick Wayne betrayed Christian finally, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you see, I would have liked, what if you kept Nick Wayne the babyface here and you have like him, like Christian is about to kill Nick Wayne and then Edge stops him and then they both beat up on Nick Wayne and you have Edge and Christian as heels.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that because Christian is like a natural heel.
Yeah.
But I think, but fans want to see Edge and Christian together, or Adam Copeland and Christian together. They
Yeah.
really want that more than anything.
No, me
Um,
too. Whether it's heels or baby faces, but like,
yeah,
this, but
because them in
like,
the Hurt Business, that's money right there.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Hurt Business. Well, that's the thing. Like, the Hurt Business are heels, but everyone freaking loves them.
Yeah, and they hurt people,
Yeah,
literally.
they hurt people.
It's
Yeah.
in their song, and they literally do that, and people love them for it. Isn't that a novel concept?
Did West Side Gun do the hook for that song? Because he sounded way too natural singing that when they came out.
Not on the actual recording, but
Oh,
when him and Smoke Dizza did the song, that was just them together. So that was cool. That was like just a live moment. That was
yeah,
awesome. I like
that
that.
was awesome.
Yeah, I don't think they should not waste any time in bringing Adam Copeland and Christian back together because both of their days are numbered. They're not young men.
Yeah.
It's time to strike while the iron's hot. Let's get it going.
Yeah, Christian has to apologize for all the people with dead dads that he insulted for the past 3 years.
Oh man.
Yeah, so he's just suddenly a baby. Okay, that's cool. That's all right. That's cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
If it
Okay.
brings him and Edge together again, then I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah. They just got to get it going as soon as possible. Okay, in the main event, a lot happened. Um Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin returned to help Hangman defeat. It's really just to defeat Moxley because again we saw Moxley damn near suffocate Bryan Danielson, so
Oh
it's
yeah,
only
that's
right
right.
that he came back to whip his ass, right?
Yeah.
So Bryan Danielson and Darby, they're back. What do you think is the direction here?
Two people whose lives I worry about every time I watch them wrestle.
Right.
Danielson is a lot more careful than Darby, but like if Danielson's gonna be back full time, I definitely worry about him, especially after hearing Adam Cole his speech. I don't want to say he's gonna retire, but like he did not look like he was coming back quickly. So I worry more about Bryan Danielson because like Adam Cole, Jesus, so many Adams in this company. Adam Adam Cole, like he had a lot of health issues with his body. Danielson, it's more straightforward. It's his neck and his nerves and shit. So I worry about him. Darby, Jesus Christ. I just hope he doesn't kill himself on TV, dude, because I worry about him. Or people watch, or kids watching, like kids decides to watch AEW and then Darby Allin like impales himself in the wall. Like Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean it made sense that they both came back to help Hangman. And honestly, man, I'm just happy that damn title's out of the briefcase. I'm just happy it's out of the
Yeah,
briefcase.
me too. I think we're gonna get a Danielson and Darby, maybe with somebody else to take on the Death Riders to do a trios thing. Um,
Mm.
Again, yeah, I'm also worried about Bryan Danielson's health because he's been doing interviews, since getting suffocated by John Moxley, and he's been saying that he needs neck surgery.
Oh my God.
So I don't
What
know
the
if he
hell is he
got it
doing
already.
back?
Look, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with his health, but I hope he wouldn't be back if it was serious. If it was serious, like he really can't work, then he wouldn't be back. But I don't know. Maybe he went into I don't know what. Bryan Danielson does a lot of weird things that I don't understand to get himself healthy, but more power to him. It's worked for him. So I worry about him because he's got kids, right? He's got a family. So
Yeah.
I hope he's all right.
Like if he's gonna be wrestling again, just no more war games. Don't put him in another war games match. Don't put him in another freaking one of their freaking the matches where they love using toys. Just like let him wrestle wrestling matches. If you're gonna bring him back, just like It's just safer and Bryan Danielson doesn't need a bunch of crap to have good matches. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. I think if they do a blood and guts again and he's involved, there's a way to involve him without having him do crazy stuff. Like Moxley's in there to do the crazy stuff. Darby Allin is there to do the crazy stuff. Like if
But
you watch,
yeah, yeah.
right, right, he's gonna do some, some crazy athletic thing, but he's not gonna fall through glass or whatever. But MLW's War Games, right? They had Dusty Rhodes and Terry Funk, and at that time, this is the early 2000s. These guys are like past their physical prime, and they use them in a way where they're not doing all the crazy stuff. Like CM Punk was in there doing all the wild stuff because he, at the same time, he's having violent dog collar matches with Raven in Ring of Honor. So there's a way to involve, someone who's older, who's, not in the greatest physical health. Um, there's a way to get them involved without hurting them. Because Bryan Danielson, when he came back from retirement, he's even said like he's adjusted his style because 2022 Bryan Danielson is way different from 2007 Bryan Danielson. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. He's
yeah,
already given Will Ospreay the best. That's probably the best Will Ospreay match I think I'll ever see.
that's
Is
one of the
the
best ones I've ever seen too. Like that
Yeah,
and the first Kenny Omega match from New Japan from
yeah,
Wrestle
yeah,
Kingdom 2 years ago.
yeah.
Those are the
From Wrestle
two.
Kingdom, I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the two best Will Ospreay matches I've ever seen. Like incredible, incredible stuff. But Hangman Page made the world title visible again. What do you think of Hangman as champion?
Well, they say that in the war against evil, you're gonna have some unlikely allies. You know how I feel about Hangman. If he's the one that freed the AEW World Title, fine. If that leads to MJF wrestling him, fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. Listen, there are way more and this is this main event was definitely probably one of the better All In main events. I would say I like this way better than the first one, the first All In main event. You know how I feel about that one.
Absolutely. Yep.
Jesus Christ. Well, the second All In main event was pretty good, but this
I
was
love
good.
that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was great. Yeah. Look, yeah, the Cowboy won in Texas. It's very fitting. I would have liked to see Will Ospreay. I always imagine like, damn, imagine if they let Ospreay just win the world title this year. It might happen next year. It might happen next year because you won't have to wait a year. But yeah. If Hangman is the one to do it, fine. You could have come up with way worse people. So
Yeah, yeah, it's great storytelling. An AEW original beat The Outsider and John Moxley. Even though Moxley's been there, he's at the first Double or Nothing, but he wasn't anywhere before AEW, so it made perfect sense for him to win. And in 2021, I was there at the Target Center in Minneapolis when he beat Kenny, and the roof blew off the joint. And while I was in line waiting to get in, there was two people that were mentioned a lot by the fans. Two people. CM Punk and Hangman. Those are
yep,
the two people that were the most talked about people amongst the crowd before getting into the arena. And there was a guy I sat next to, and he was like, "Who you want to win, Kenny Omega or a Hangman?" I was like, "Hangman." And he gave me a fist bump. I was like, "Wow, wow!" Like this guy is the like 2 years prior to that, he was in like the opening match of the first All In against Joey Janela, and people didn't really know Hangman like that. He wasn't that popular yet. Like he was with the Bullet Club, and the Bullet Club as an idea, as an entity, was over, and the Young Bucks individually were, but Hangman was not. And then he goes to AEW, he immediately makes an impact, and now, even then, he was considered to be a main eventer. Did he screw up with CM Punk? No question about that. But however, he was the right guy. He's one of the most important people in the foundation and the evolution of AEW. I don't care how anyone feels about Hangman Page post CM Punk stuff. That's not like you can't deny that. Like honestly, like but anyway, Hangman winning is the right call. There's a lot of people in line that I can also see with the belt. Will Ospreay, Max, Swerve. They were able to establish guys that were really known in the indies as main eventers over the last couple of years. So that like this show was a good example of the fact that AEW is starting to come back. They're starting to rehab themselves PR wise. You know, nobody was fighting backstage at All In that we know of, which is great. So let's move on in a positive direction.
And hopefully
Onward.
people won't say silly stuff during interviews.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're right.
like because
Yeah.
Hangman, I'd like to hope that he's grown up since the first time he was world champion in AEW. You know, just yeah,
Yep.
take
Yep.
some advice every now and then.
That's
It'll
also
do him good.
true. That's fair.
Yeah,
You know,
take some advice every now and then, brother.
like,
But
can you imagine if I was a wrestler in AEW and Dean Malenko, Jim Ross is back there, Jerry Lynn is back there. Oh my God. Like, I would soak up so much game. Even, Nigel McGuinness is back there. Bryan Danielson's back there.
Jim freaking Ross.
Yeah, did I say that? I said Jim Ross, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I
There's
would
a
be
lot
like, even if I'm the man, like if I'm Hangman and I'm the man here, can you watch my match? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like these people, they know everything.
Oh,
You know?
maybe don't do the moonsault every week. Maybe do something a little more sensible than put barbed wire in your fist. I don't know, something like little things, little things. But look, uh, here's the thing: Hangman is more likely in a position to follow advice right now than Moxley because, from what I know, apparently, a lot of Moxley's title reign was his idea, and oh boy, so. Look,
Oh man.
we're in a better AW is in a better position right now. I'm not gonna be all like, "Oh, we're back," but like, but hey, look, it ended somewhat sensibly. We see the AW World Title. Hopefully, they won't change that, please, because that's like the best. That's like that is still one of the coolest looking belts in wrestling.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a great looking belt. And I love how like Max is like the top heel. He was like, how dare Moxley, lock up the beautiful Triple B. Like he was outraged about that. But anyway, I thought All In was a great show, one of the best AEW shows all year. Um, yeah, I just think that it shouldn't have been 5 hours, but that's just me.
yeah. The main events here are definitely worth watching.
Absolutely. Yeah. Um, Evolution 2, WWE.
This
All
was
right.
one of the best shows of the weekend.
Yeah, I would say
I
so.
yeah, yeah, like most of it was like this like most of it was good, and the stuff that was good was very good.
Yeah.
I did not expect a Trish Stratus match. I did not expect that at all. I completely forgot. Oh, maybe they teased it a little bit. Didn't they? Did they tease it? I don't know. But I guess I
They
forgot.
announced it. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It
yeah.
wasn't
I
it
mean,
wasn't like yeah. But I think that I'm glad that she was involved in both. Um I think this show was better from an in-ring standpoint. The first show, like, well, we were there, so we kind of have a bias. Like the aura, the feeling in the building was a little bit like
yeah,
was different. The main event for this year was far better
yeah,
than
yo, and,
than the last one.
and this evolution, unlike the first, I had two problems with the first evolution.
Yeah,
One, Asuka. Okay, I love that Asuka won the battle royale. She should have wrestled Ronda Rousey in the main event. Nikki Bella should have won the battle royale. Nikki Bella was in the main event with Ronda. She should have won the battle royale. Asuka should have been in the main event with Ronda because that was back when Ronda gave a fuck. And who can have a bad match with Asuka at that point? But and the other problem I had with the show was the curtain call at the end. They didn't do that this year. Io,
nope.
the only two people taking a bow at the end of this night was Rhea and Io. Perfect. Because this literally their dynamic, like usually with babyface on babyface feuds with WWE or in wrestling in general have been done kind of corny-esque, aside from like Punk and Cody, which is destined to happen. Io and Rhea is really cool to watch because it's as silly as it sounds, it is kind of like a good anime feud in the sense that like it's two charismatic people who just love competing with one another. Rhea literally beat the asses of people who were trying to attack Io because she was like, the only person who's gonna beat Io is gonna hurt her is me. And like it was believable. It was
Yeah.
believable. Like for months, she protected Io because like I want you. It was kind of like her way of saying it was a verbal, as a non-spoken way of saying stay healthy because I'm coming for that title. And this match was this freaking match. And here's the possibility. There's a possibility they're gonna wrestle again
Oh
because
yeah.
Io wants to beat her clean. No. Rhea wants to beat Io clean. So if they're gonna run it back again, imagine like Io Sky and Rhea actually having a one-on-one at WrestleMania. Because instead of a triple threat, an actual one-on-one between these two in the main event of WrestleMania. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I think that would be huge. And also, it was a simple story.
Yeah.
Rhea never beat Io.
Yeah.
And now you're continuing that story. I thought the way they did, well, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but um, so I caught the end of Saturday Night's main event. Goldberg and Gunther, right? The match wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. Now, I'm not one of these people, and I'm including wrestlers in this, not just internet losers. Wrestlers who I respect, always talking about Goldberg matches like, they're only like 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I'm like, do y'all think a good match is always 35-minute plus? No. Sometimes the you don't, like Jim Ross has always said this, and I agree with him. You need to maximize your minutes. What made Goldberg's matches special is that like his big moves were so like they were so powerful, and because he was super strong, and when he hit the jackhammer and he's getting ready to spear someone, it was the biggest thing. Like he doesn't need to do a ton, and he was able to do so little but make such a big impact. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying because
Yeah.
like you want to know my favorite Aleister Black match ever? You want to guess?
So when he killed Cody?
Yo, yes.
Yeah,
It
that was
was
great.
7 freaking minutes. Because, like, I know Aleister Black, when he was in NXT, he wanted to have longer matches to show off all of his moves, which he could do a lot of cool stuff. But, dude, people love it when you destroy people quickly. That's part of his aura. It's like
Yeah.
some people are better having quick matches. Undertaker was unique because a lot of his matches wouldn't be too long. His matches would mainly be long when they needed to. Like
Yeah.
the matches with Shawn Michaels, the matches with Triple H, those need to be long.
And
If
also
he's gonna,
Undertaker was a better athlete than Goldberg ever was
yeah,
and ever will be.
and
Batista, what made his matches better later on in his career is that they were very short.
yeah,
He's limited athletically, but he's charismatic, and people liked seeing him do his spine buster and his power bomb. Ultimate Warrior was the same way.
well,
Him
yeah.
and
Oh, especially
Hogan,
Ultimate Warrior,
yeah.
Jesus,
Oh my God, yeah.
he needed to have short matches. That guy,
Yeah. Like
fuck,
Goldberg is better than Ultimate Warrior. But
yeah.
Ultimate Warrior and Hogan, that match was memorable because it was quick and to the point. If it went any longer, one Ultimate Warrior would have gotten blown up, and Hogan for that matter. But they knew that we needed to maximize our time here and to get going quicker, to get to where we need to go quicker. Like Goldberg here with Gunter, nothing he did looked good. Nothing. It wasn't horrible, but it's like what made Goldberg special wasn't there anymore.
No,
Look at Trish Stratus, right? So Goldberg is older than Trish, and Goldberg has been wrestling slightly longer than Trish. Goldberg debuted like what, late '90s, and Trish debuted in 2000, right?
yeah,
Trish here, oh my God, Trish and Tiffany. It was a great match, and Trish looked amazing. She does not age, and she's
because
in her 50s.
because here's the thing. It's really hard for me to compare Trish Stratus and Goldberg. I know what you mean, but it's
Yeah,
hard for me to compare them only because Trish Stratus only got better as time went on. When she
that's true.
started, she didn't know how to do much, but she became a and that's the thing. It's not because Trish Stratus expanded her move set, and it's not because her matches were a certain
Ah,
length. Trish Stratus became a good worker. That's why I brought up the Undertaker before, because Undertaker, he's a better athlete than Goldberg, but he's a good worker. Undertaker can work with anybody. Trish Stratus, like my favorite matches with her will always be with Mickie James because that was like protege turns into like equal rival. That shit that was one of my favorite. I know they wanted to make that sexy when they debuted it on TV, but
Yeah.
I appreciated the fact that my God, this what Mickie James is better. Her and Trish Stratus are better than a lot of people in the roster. Like Trish Stratus only got better at the more I saw of her. And Goldberg, the more you saw of him, the more you realize how he was protected, the more you see like his best match, Goldberg's best match to me was with Raven. That WCW Raven match you showed me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Raven can have a classic without doing a move.
Yeah, and also, yeah, Goldberg, because Raven is a genius, right?
Yes.
He he's an expert worker. He knows how to make someone look good, and also Goldberg's only good at doing certain things, but those certain things are important, right? That's what they got to get right with Jade Cargill. Like, we'll talk about her
Yeah.
later, but
Yeah, exactly. Because
yeah,
like with Goldberg and Cargill have this in common. Goldberg is good when he's quick and explosive. Like that first Lesnar match. No, the match he had with Lesnar at WrestleMania was quick and explosive stuff, but they all flow together well. Gunther is Gunther is so amazing. He's such an amazing worker. He can he builds up like him and Orton wrestled for like 35 minutes when they were at Berlin, right? The match built for 20 minutes to a chop to the back of Orton's neck. He built to a chop. That's Gunther is good at building slow and steady matches, but not making them boring. With Goldberg, like, he can make Goldberg, he can do his best to make him look good, but like, Jesus, yeah, like I think this match proved to me that Gunther is one of the best workers in wrestling.
oh, I agree. But I guess my larger point is, so let's say if Trish doesn't look like she's retiring anytime soon,
I don't think so. No.
but if she does have want to have a final retirement match, they should give her the Goldberg treatment. Yes, Goldberg has a bigger name pop culture wise, but like I think Trish aged so well. And she's probably one of the most important women's wrestlers that they've had. Um, and she's also super popular too. They got to do a big show in Toronto for her, like her and whoever. I don't know if Lita's gonna still work or like she'll work Becky or Charlotte or
Oh, no, you know who
whoever
should wrestle?
as a final match. Yeah,
You know who Trish should wrestle? Rhea
Nikki.
Ripley.
Oh, Rhea. Yeah,
Rhea
Rhea.
Ripley? Wait, who'd you say?
I said Mickey.
Mickey
Mickey
James.
James. Yeah.
Holy shit, that would be great too. That would be fucking great too. Yeah, so yeah, two people I would love to see Trish Stratus wrestle. Mickey James, if she still wants to, because Mickey James is awesome, and Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley is one of the best that they have in that roster.
Yeah.
Or hey, imagine, I mean, this would be a one match thing, not a feud built around promos. Trish Stratus and Io Sky.
Yeah, I could see her like losing to like a current star,
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
for the nostalgia thing, I would definitely go with Mickey or Lita if they want. Um,
Mickey.
okay, so the one blemish I would say on Evolution 2 is definitely Jade and Naomi.
Oh,
Not because
yeah.
they did anything wrong, but I feel like psychologically this was so stupid and just backwards. Naomi took most of the match. She took most of the match. She's the heel. The babyface supposed to take most of the match, and the heel is gonna, poke to the eye or something, get some heat, and hit you with a chair and whatever, and then the babyface comes back. Here, Naomi took most of the match, and Jade came back really quickly and just won. I'm like, what am I
Psychologically,
watching?
psychologically, that was BS because we've also talked about this.
Yeah.
I can't buy Naomi beating up Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is freaking ripped, and no offense to Naomi, she listen some of the best fashion sense on the whole on the roster. I love her outfits, but Jesus Christ, like her wrestling skill is not that great, and like she's definitely not an ass kicker. So I can't buy her kicking Jade Cargill, who's ripped as hell, goes to the gym and stuff. I'm sure y'all go to the gym, but like I can't buy Naomi beating up Jade Cargill. I'm sorry, I
No,
just can't
yeah, it
do
was
it.
not believable.
I
It
can't.
was not. I don't know what's going on with Jade. So, do you think she's ready to be in the main event spotlight because she's gonna challenge for a women's world title? I think she's gonna challenge Tiffany at Clash in Paris.
I see. If she beats Tiffany, that would suck because Tiffany is actually pretty good, and Jade Cargill has she has like an aura to her. Um, I think she should improve her character more.
Jade?
It yeah.
Really? I don't think so. I don't think she has a problem on the charisma and talking and aura. She looks amazing. And
No, I'm not
problem
saying she has a problem. I'm saying
yeah,
like they improve on that, but like in the sense of like her as like a worker, really. I don't know if she's ready as a main eventer.
she's absolutely not. She's not ready.
Charisma,
She's
you know, I agree with you. Charisma. I'm saying like yeah, focus on like I mean like highlight that, highlight her strengths,
You're
highlight
saying
her
that she's not
strengths.
ready as a worker in the ring.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
yeah,
yes. Like
okay, all
have
right.
quick matches with her, highlight her strengths. She hasn't like she's very intimidating. Like she looks like she can beat anyone up, but like and she does have charisma, but it's just like as a worker, I don't think she's ready main event because like the Jesus, we just saw Rhea Ripley and Io Sky,
Yeah, I mean,
and
come on.
Bianca Belair just came back. Bianca Belair is that she has main events written all over her.
Yeah, with Jade, she's either got to go to NXT, they got to send her to TNA, send her on the Indies or something. She's got to learn how to work, or like they got to, I don't know, they got to reevaluate because it's a
Yeah,
disaster out there. And if you're gonna honestly, if you're gonna push someone like Jade Cargill to the moon, you got to let her show off her physical dominance. You can't let Naomi, was like almost half her size, take most of a match. Like it's not believable, you know?
yeah. No, like leave Rhea Ripley and Io and the psychologist. Let them have the 20-minute matches.
Yeah.
Jade needs to just powerbomb a motherfucker. Like her finish is great. She does like Victoria's finish. It looks good when she does it.
Yeah.
Why are her matches so long? She doesn't. That's saying not everyone needs to have 20-minute matches. You know how like we say not everyone needs to have 20-minute promos? Jade
Yep.
is one of those people who does not need to have 20-minute matches. She shouldn't.
Yeah. You know what they should do? They should go back and they should watch AEW Revolution 2022. Her match, Jade Cargill's match against Time Mello. It was perfect.
It was
It
fine.
was
Yeah, that was good.
just the right amount of time, and it was psychologically sound. They got to do stuff like that. Mirror the Goldberg and Batista model. Make her do
Yeah.
certain things. Like Paul Heyman's right there. He knows how to hide somebody's weaknesses more than anyone. I don't know.
And Ty Mello can fight.
Yeah.
So if she can, I believe her beating up Jade. She actually knows where to strike you. Like,
Yeah.
but like Naomi throwing her around and like what the hell? What the hell?
No.
Like those times when she attacked her on Raw, I'm like, this is silly. Like she's shoving her, but it's like, dude, like yeah, I don't know. I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about Stephanie Vaquer because she won the battle royal, and she did an interview afterwards with Stephanie McMahon, and I thought she came across as a superstar.
She is.
She was
She is.
amazing, and she's like, English is not my first language, but wrestling is like basically saying, I'm paraphrasing, is my language, and the crowd loved it, and they need to again, just like getting Adam Copeland and Christian back together, they gotta get Stephanie going quickly. They gotta strike while the iron's hot
Yeah.
with her because
And
she has main eventer written all over her.
she's amazing. And this is a short segue, not really. They need to stop with the language jokes. Cause like I don't know if you saw on Raw,
I guess they did. I know
Naomi
exactly what you're
saying
talking about.
like Io Sky spoke clearly. I want my title. And then
I
Naomi's
understand
like,
exactly what she was
yeah,
saying.
I don't know what you said. Because you're Japanese, get it? Oh my god, wow. That's like listen, we know who the execs of this company are. We know what this company we know what kind of company this is. You were right months ago when you told me that like I bought into the idea that this company was getting better with that, but they weren't. But anyway, listen, who gives a fuck? Like Io, yes, she's definitely not going to be cutting CM Punk promos, but I'm sure if she cut a promo in Japanese, it'll sound amazing, right? But she's one of the best wrestlers in the company. Vakir is one of the is a rising star. She's one of the best in A. She's easily one of the best in AEW. And she's one of the best in the women's division in WWE. So
But
focus on that.
why are most of the people that are on that roster, especially on the women's side, amongst the women that are getting the most over, are the ones that are English or not their first language? Look at
Jesus,
Penta. Penta from Mexico. He's one of the most popular guys they got.
get it? They're
Yeah,
foreign
so stupid.
because it's that '70s show, right?
What'd you think of Naomi's cash-in?
It was inevitable. The last time we talked about her, I said that like I was talking about her like she was already champion, so I feel like I predicted this. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like when Seth lost to Randy Orton in that match at WrestleMania 31 that night he cashed in. This is like that kind of thing, you know. She loses to Jade, and then that night she cashes in. Uh, Fine. I don't know. Her as champion. I don't know if it's gonna be long. I mean, at least they got the money in the bank out of the way. I hate when the money in the bank looms. You know what I mean? When it looms over everything. At least they got
Yeah,
it out of the freaking way, and they left the door open for Rhea to wrestle Io Sky again. So I guess I'm
exactly.
happy. You got to take the small victories when it comes to crap like this.
Yeah, the cash-ins, they're a dime a dozen. They're not new, but they did it in such a way where it made sense and it furthered another story while also start like it furthered two stories. Naomi's champion again. Meant, yeah, she cashed in the Money in the Bank, and also Io and Rhea. There's still like that asterisk there. So I thought it
Yeah,
was great. Right before the finish was gonna happen, Naomi cashed in. I thought it was great. And also, aside from the culturally insensitive line that Naomi had towards Io, I thought Naomi's promo on Raw was great. I thought it was great. It wasn't 20 minutes long, and when the crowd was going to give her the "You Deserve It" treatment, she was like, "No, no, 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 no.
yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah.
not doing
I
that here."
I respect that. She is trying to be a heel. Yeah, I respect that. I did respect that. And yes, it was one of her better promos because it didn't
Yeah,
feel long. Um, you know, I hope. I don't know if it's gonna be. Maybe she might listen. Britt Baker, right? When she started doing, well, then again, Naomi's been here for years, so she still is not a good promo.
years. But the thing is, she was there for years, but under different regimes, many different
Yeah,
writers
uh,
and everything. Because they don't really, a lot of wrestlers today, like they don't know how to find their voice because they have a writer that gives them, here, go say this thing.
ugh,
You know,
Jesus, yeah.
at least in AEW with Britt Baker, she was allowed to become herself quicker because they don't have a whole writing team, right?
At least back then
So
they didn't.
and she was on the independent scene, so she dated Adam Cole for a while, so she learned some things quicker probably than like Naomi would have being in WWE system for so long. But she did a great job, and she's really leaning into this new character, and I'm with it. I just don't want to see her wrestle people that are like twice her size and like she's physically dominating them. Like I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to
and
see matches that psychologically make sense that I can believe. That's all.
yeah, isn't that too much? I think that's too much to ask nowadays in modern wrestling. It's like
Right.
you want matches that make sense. What are you, a nerd?
Yeah.
Like no, but with Naomi, it's like she still has that John Cena angy face. It's like I'm mad, I'm mean. It's like, dude, just you don't need listen. You don't need to do all that if you want to give someone a death glare, right? We're black. You know what I'm saying? We give
Yeah.
that we do that well. We don't need to mean mug. But
Um,
yeah, yeah, like no, I agree with you though. It was one of her better promos.
yeah. Evolution. Do you think it should be a yearly thing? And if so, what time of the year should it be? Because I have some thoughts on this.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
right before SummerSlam is not a bad idea. I don't mind that. Right
Yeah.
before SummerSlam, like a summer show. You want to get an all woman show during the summer? That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, that's a good idea too. my first thought was like around Women's History Month. It's a little too close to WrestleMania. It's gonna conflict with the WrestleMania build. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's
and you
true.
want a women's main event of the biggest women's match you ever can think of to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
everybody's watching. So you don't want to splinter your audience too close to WrestleMania, but summer's good. I think maybe after Survivor Series, maybe like at the end of the year,
Yeah.
a December show, I think that's fine.
That
You
wouldn't be
know,
bad.
yeah, send people out on the holidays on a high note. You do it like early December, not like, well, then there's Survivor Series. I guess you could do it before Survivor Series.
And keep it just a pay-per-view. Keep it a
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
a fall
Yeah.
show like what they did.
Yeah.
The first Evolution was in October. I think that's perfect.
Yeah. And honestly, having it during Women's History Month, honestly, is not a bad idea either. But I understand if it's close to WrestleMania, isn't it?
What,
Uh,
March?
no, well, yeah. If it's like during Women's History Month, that would be
Yeah,
close to WrestleMania. Yeah, yeah. So, but I like it during the summer. I do like Evolution happening during the summer. I like
yeah.
that.
I think it'll make sense if it wouldn't necessarily get in the way of WrestleMania. It's still cutting it close. Like if you don't do a February pay per view, or if you make Evolution the February pay per view.
Why not? Honestly,
Yeah.
like why the hell not?
Um, it's busy wrestling weekend rather, but it was great. There was very few blemishes. I spent a lot of hours watching wrestling, and I don't feel like, oh wow, that was time wasted. Um, but yeah, we got SummerSlam coming up, and we're gonna wrap it up today with the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A,
I'm Smiley Ariaga.
and you can listen to past episodes wherever you get your podcasts. Link is in the episode description. Later days.